Here are a bunch of examples from the Alex homework. Hopefully this is helpful. There's lots of variety in this assignment. Be brave and courageous and just give things a shot. You're going to miss some and you'll need to do them over again. That's okay. Send them to me if you can't figure them out. So now I'm just going to work some problems like are in your Alex homework. I'm not totally sure these are in order, but hopefully there are some examples of things that you might want to see an example from. I'm again looking farther away from the y to undo this 2. And I want to undo the 4. All right, so I did that without saying the properties or anything, but hopefully that's helpful. These become very predictable. All right, this is one that sometimes gets students messed up. Look at this minus u. That's weird, right? Watch what happens. If I'm solving this, I see this 79, and to get rid of the 79, I'm going to subtract 79. And that's fine, but it leaves behind a negative u. I am not going to want negative u for an answer. Let's see here. Need to subtract. 6's should be like 94. Make sure I'm not doing anything weird. And here's how we deal with this negative u. We can times by negative 1. We can divide by negative 1. We need to just think about that negative as a negative 1 that we need to get rid of. So I kind of like to just think of dividing by negative 1 on both sides, because negative 1 divided by negative 1 gives me a positive. Negative divided by negative is positive. And so now I have positive u equals negative 94. Another way to look at that is every time you see this negative in front of your variable, you're going to end up switching the signs. You're going to end up with a positive and then switch and get the opposite sign on the other side. All right, it says solve for x. This is like a puzzle, okay? So if y equals 63, that's going to be the key information. You can't solve for 2 variables at the same time. You can only solve for 1. And so the fact that we know that y equals 63, we can do a little substitution. Instead of y equals 9x, I'm going to say 63 equals 9x. Well, I can solve that, right? So this is just a little extra step for your thinking. I need to undo the 9x, and I will get 7 equals x, or x equals 7. All right? How about this one? Find the value of 7u minus 4, given that negative 2u minus 9 equals 7. Well, guess what? This isn't something that you can solve. You can plug in something to it, but there's no equal sign. You can't use any of these properties of equality unless you have an equal sign. But we can solve this one. So we're going to solve the one we can solve, and it's going to give us information so that we can plug in to the little expression in the beginning. All right, so here I want to add 9. Remember, I'm working far away from the variable. Keep this negative 2u equals 16. Undo this times by dividing. And I will get u equals -8. Okay, key information. What is 7u minus 4? Well, if I know what u is, I can plug it in. Okay, order of operations, 7 times -8 is -56, minus 4. We add the opposite to get -60. Okay. Solve for v, and we have decimals. No problem. We have a calculator if we need it. And look at this, we even have a fraction. Be fearless. All right, if I wanted to, I can multiply everything by 10, and I would actually get rid of the decimals. But let's just solve it the way it is for now. We're going to subtract 8.1, which means I'm going to put it together over here. What is that? -19.2? Kind of yucky, but this canceled. All right. I'm not sure, we've talked about undoing division. If I want to undo division, I multiply. See? Top to bottom can cancel. So I have to do the same multiplying over here. And v is going to be by itself over here. Over here, I just need to do this math. I didn't put a calculator right by me, but you could certainly do so. All right, that was random. Well, seems good. Might have been a good idea to multiply by 10 in the first place. If I had multiplied by 10 in the first place, I would get this. -111 equals 81 plus 10 v over 6. I don't know if that helps a lot. And then I go times 6 over 10. Wow, that's a lot of multiplying. I'm not sure that that really helped us at all. In this case, I'm not sure I would recommend going to the trouble. Oops. All right, let's look at this baby. I don't know, switching colors makes me feel better. Okay, so again, think about what's on the top here as being in parentheses. Let's get rid of this 4 by multiplying by 4. Okay, then we have kind of a different problem to work with. We need to add 32. 3x equals 12. And divide by 3. X equals 4. If you need some of these worked with a little more explanation, just let me know. And I can give a little more explanation as I go. Here's one that has combining like terms. 4y plus 3y is 7y's, okay? Okay, that's 4y. And that's 3y. So I have 7y. I just wanted to show you y, WHY, 4y plus 3y is 7y. All right, this looks messy. Let's combine some like terms. Over here, this guy and this guy can come together. That would be negative 5w, because negative 12 plus 7 is negative 5. Let's add 9 to cancel that out. I'm going to split this into two parts because it was a little bit long. The next section has the harder problems.